For all have sinned. Against the norms we are pinned, not because it was planned, neither did we decide, but this corrupt gene passed down into our innermost through one man, just one man. His glory we could no longer behold, his laws we could no longer uphold, drowning in the pool of our own loss. The soul that sinned shall die and be lost. Ushering forth an eternal separation, but there was always one price to pay. Blood is atonement. Yeah. Blood used to be of gold, but soon we are going to extinction.
To settle it for once was his oath, but there was just a choice to make. His only son or a filthy sinner, he had to make a choice. For a father to watch his only die with her poise. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. Slowly staggering to the Calvary with an old rugged cross, he had you in mind.
Yes, in him. Each time he fell, our struggles fell. And each time he took a step closer to our salvage from hell. Inches of nails pierced through a man's skin, and the length of arrow they pushed him. What manner of man could take so much for an outcast, soaked in his own pains, engrossed in anguish, mutilated as a righteous man? It is finished at last. He tasted your death. The victory is won, destroying the holder of death and his sting thereof. Therefore he called out in victory, "Death, where is your sting? Grave, submit thy victory." Wait a minute. The dead is alive. Here comes the reunion, after to be the firstborn among many brethren. Thus says one of the brethren.
How much can I describe? Unto him I just ascribe. Even though I wasn't a scribe, he yet decided in me to subscribe. The blood of Jesus was all he prescribes. While I sat on the negotiation table, he offered me life, running grace around me like cable. Now I can even spiritually jive. Another supplement he gave was peace. He settled all the internal strife. Above all, he called me mine. I was shell-shocked. So I said, what more love? What more love could I get? For a man to die that I can rest. Of course he died and did this without regret. Now my life is free and no longer errant. On that old rugged cross of Calvary, he paid what could not be paid by my salary. This love is more than I can get even if I'm married. What's more than a love sweeter than berry? When I walk through the dark valley, soaked in the deepest pain and sorrow, he called me son and wiped off my tears. He then held me tighter into the fold. A love without an end, moving across generation. It's beyond human imagination or exaggeration. Grace above limited calculation, and his testimonies he gave to all nations. Clearly, through the Father's eyes, you could see light, the joy that comes along with his fond image. Swiftly like an hurricane led out of cage, love in his hands, and then grace came. And these hands he throws around us, activating us towards all that pertains the divine. Together with the Trinity at the heavenly feast, we'll all celebrate this heavenly treaty. But here on earth at least, give a shout of joy as we acknowledge the rebirth of love. This poem was written just to inspire somebody like me, who God thought was worth it to give his only son to die for. And I began to wonder, why did God think you were worth it? Or why did God think I was worth it? It was because God is love, and you and I were made in his image. That means the day he lost you, he lost love, and he'll give anything to get love back. Welcome to the Rebirth of Love. Thank you.